6 techniques for the green belt in our syllabus. So the first one is all about moving backwards and countering as we're moving. So we're going to throw a jab, we're going to do a double cover, we're going to throw a cross and then a hook. And the idea with learning this bit is to show that we can move and throw shots off of our lead hand, and we're going to stand our ground and throw power shots off of our backhand. So it's all about learning to move and throw counters with the front hand and standing your ground with the backhand. The actual technique, I'm going to start in a left fighting stance for this demo. I'm going to shuffle back and do a jab. So I'm performing a jab whilst moving backwards. I'll show you side to side in a minute. I'm then going to do a basic double cover, just rounding my shoulders and bringing my arms in front so I'm as protected as I can be, creating a good boxing shell. I'm going to throw a right cross, but I'm going to stand my ground when I do this one. I'm not going to move at the same time. Now I'm going to move and perform the left hook at the same time, or the lead arm hook. So it's jab, cover, cross, hook. Shuffle back and jab, cover, right cross, performed in left stance, and a left or lead hook. I'll show you from the side now. So shuffle back and jab. Okay. Shuffle back and jab to start. Performed in right stance, exactly the same. Shuffle back and jab to cover. Left cross in this case. Right hook to finish. Moving on to the second technique for green, and again we're moving. This time we're going to throw some angles. We haven't done this in all the previous grades. It's always just been on the spot, moving forwards, or moving back on the last technique. So this one is all about the angle. So we're going to start with a shuffle jab. We're going to create a 45-degree angle by stepping out with the rear leg to the side. We're going to perform a right cross, performed in the left stance. This is the idea that we've opened their guard a little bit. By doing that jab, they pulled their guard together, so we've now maybe got a shot or an opening for a cross to be thrown. From there, I've now twisted my body. There's a few different ways of throwing this round kick off the lead leg next. The idea is to throw it up to the face. So from there, I can step up, skip up, switch up, whichever way I want to do it. But we're just going to throw that round kick next. So, jab, angle, cross, and round kick. The idea here is, having performed the jab, we're just getting them to pull their guard together. I now step to create an opening on the side of their guard, and now I'm really going to throw that round kick right up into the face. Again, the idea of the cross is that they pull their guard to the side now, so that round kick meets the new opening we've created again. So one last time, shuffle jab, angle, cross, and round. Moving on to the third technique for green belt, and we're going to show an angle again. This time it's towards our back. So last time we hit the angle, we went to our front side by stepping out this way. This time we're going to show we can go the other way by stepping backwards. So we're going to shovel forwards and throw a cross. We're going to hit that back angle. That's the key point of this training drill we're going to do. And then we're going to throw a side kick from that angle. So instead of me just being straight in front of you like I am now, I'm going to throw an opening shot just to get that guard in place. Then I'm going to throw an angle, and then I'm going to throw that side kick. Okay, rather than just doing everything straight in front. So nice and slow, half effort. Going to shovel forwards. Going to perform a cross. And the idea with this now is just again to get that guard together so I can create an angled opening. So when I move to the side, then I've got the ability to throw the shot and score. Now I'm going to step back. Last time we stepped forwards. So from that cross, I'm going to step backwards here. Hard for me to keep looking at you now, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to throw that side kick from this angle. Again, lots of different ways. I'm in a parallel stance here. I can step up, skip up, travel side kick like we did on the last grade. Just going to throw a side kick, and then just for the basics of the syllabus, I want to come back to where I came from again. In sparring, obviously, you can throw an angle, hit a kick, and move off any way you like. So, half effort, perform slowly. Shovel forwards, cross, back angle, side kick, and back. Again. Now I'm going to show you the footwork for that, so you get a better idea. Okay, first time we've done an axe kick, guys, so this is a completely different kick. I'm either coming down with this kick onto the collarbone or onto the bridge of the nose. So that are my two targets. Same thing here. I can either pull my toes
back towards my hip like I did with my my hook kick position, or I can extend my toe if I just want to try and reach my leg out a little bit further. So it just depends what rule set you're working with, whether it be full contact or point fighting. But for our syllabus, as long as you know which one you're doing and you can explain why, we're completely happy with that. So just for me in this position, I'm going to pull my toes back towards my hip, just because I think that makes the kick look a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to take a little step forwards over my, I'm going to do this in right stance for you this time. So it's a little step of my right foot, then my knee comes up. So now again, there's two ways to look at this. I can either bring my chamber in nice and tight and extend it over the top, or I can keep my leg straight and bring it down. So again, one I think just looks neater, just for a syllabus point of view, is I'm going to keep my leg straight and bring it down straight on top. Almost like a dynamic stretch. So I'm coming in, instead of out and round, like you might do in a warm-up, I'm going in and straight down, so either hitting that collarbone or the bridge of the nose. So for the sake of argument here, we're going to hit the bridge of the nose, and pulling those toes back towards me, I'm keeping this leg straight. So it's that little step on the front. Again, I open up my hips, so it's easier for me to rotate and turn that kick into an axe kick. So it's step forwards, rotate, leg and down. One more time. And one from the side. Cool, so just before we move on to that back fist skip up hook kick, let's just look at that hook kick. So normal fighting stance, hands are up. When my chamber comes up this time, it comes up in a side kick position. So we all know how to throw that, that side kick chamber. And the only difference here is instead of with a side kick, I just kick straight out from my hip. With my hook kick now, I'm going to bring that chamber up, and I'm going to just extend off to the side ever so slightly, and I'm going to hook my leg back round, hence the name hook kick. So I'm turning my heel back around to my target. So you can, there's two ways to do this. I can pull my toes back towards my hip, where I'm striking with the heel, or in some rules of the sport, where we just want to have a little bit more distance to hit our target, I can point my toes to bring my hook kick round. So one more time, I bring that chamber up, I'm extending that leg just off to the side of my target, and I'm hooking my leg back around, hence the hook kick. So if I just make that a little bit faster for you, I'm going to step up, turn my hip here to open up my side, same way I would do if I was throwing a side kick. Chamber comes up, and I hook it round to my target. One off to the side. Cool, then we'll move on to the next thing. Alright, next technique we're moving on to now is back fist skip up hook kick. So this is just a really good way to travel a lot of distance. And a lot of the time what I can do here is I can bait my opponent to reach out, to either start to defend the back fist or put their hand in the way to stop that coming round, and then I get that hook kick come round to the side of the face. Alright, so use this one in sparring quite a lot as well. So all I'm going to do here, I'll show you twice, and then we'll sort of break it down so you get a little bit of understanding. So it's that step, back fist, that closes my distance, and then I take a little step off my left to skip to my hook kick. So one more time. So let me just break that down. Sometimes it's better just to get this from the side profile view. So all I'm going to do here, guys, is I step up for that back fist here. And I'm reaching out as far as I can on that hand. So one more time, I step up for that back fist here. Take an ever so small step, and then I skip to that hook kick. So. Hope that helped you cover some distance either in your sparring, but look at that from a technical point of view, just for your syllabus. So It's that back fist, you step up to it, skip, and then you hit the hook kick. Remember that hook kick comes around. So you are hooking that leg back and that heel is making contact with your target. So now we're moving into a spinning hook kick. So previously, we've done a spinning back kick, or one-step back kick, whatever you want to call that, and we've done a hook kick. So all we're doing is we're basically putting those two moves together. Now, this is a head height kick. So anyone that's struggling to throw this to the body, to the head, that's fine, but you may need to work on your flexibility for this grade to get that up to a head height kick position. So, what I'm going to do here, very, very similar turn that I did with my back kick. I stepped, I rotated round, I looked over my shoulder, I went to a chamber here. Now, instead of just kicking straight back like I did with the back kick before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my head, turn my chamber around and keep it tight, 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 tight until the very end of the movement. And this is where it becomes the hook kick. So now, if you actually look at this from a hook kick position, I'm relatively in the same position that I would be. I'm just rotating around into that target. So now my leg comes up and I hook back and I land in front. That's really important because then I'm going to rotate around the other way, throw the hook kick off the spinning hook kick off the other side. So if I just show you that a little bit faster, it's that step, turn, chamber comes up, rotate, 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 hook on the end and land in front. And if I'm doing that from the other stance, exactly the same thing. Step, turn, look at my target, rotate, 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 hook and land in front. So a little bit quicker now. And from the side. Cool, have fun with this technique, guys.